Welcome to this video where we show 10 of the richest celebrities in the world. I bet there are a few of which you didn't know they had so much money. Let's find out who they are. Cristiano Ronaldo, $500 million. Cristiano is arguably the most well-known professional footballer and one of the best of all time. Cristiano has a net worth of $500 million. The former Real Madrid, Juventus and Manchester United player broke almost every football-related record you could think of. He earned more than $1 billion from salaries and other activities. In addition to his soccer career, he works as a model for clothing brands, soft drinks and video games. He also has his own clothing and perfume line and currently owns 5 CR7 hotels, while another one will soon be built in Paris. Recently, Ronaldo became the proud owner of a Bugatti Centaur Dieci, which is worth $8 million. This supercar will definitely not look out of place in his garage, which already has several Bugattis, Rolls-Royces and McLarens, just to mention a few. Kanye West, $400 million. Kanye initially built his huge empire through his successes as a music producer. He worked as a producer for Rockefeller and produced many major hits, especially for his production work on Jay-Z's album, The Blueprint. In total, Kanye sold over 140 million records and won 21 Grammys. At the moment, Kanye West is worth around $400 million. In addition to being a songwriter, singer, rapper and producer, Kanye also has his own apparel and shoe brand. To release his sneakers, he has collaborated with Louis Vuitton, Nike and Adidas. Adidas Yeezy rings you a bell, doesn't it? Although Kanye's goal has always been to become the biggest real estate tycoon in the world, he has also made questionable investments. Who spends $750,000 for a gold toilet? He also spent millions launching his bid to become president of the USA. Unfortunately for Kanye, it didn't work out. Justin Bieber, $285 million. Next to his great talent, the YouTube platform was responsible for the success of Justin Bieber. When he was young, he posted music videos in which he covered various songs. When this was picked up by a talent manager called Scooter Brain, things went fast for the young Canadian. Justin was extremely popular, mainly among young people who were also called believers. He had an immense amount of followers on social media and his hit song, Baby, was the most viewed YouTube video for a long time. Justin's net worth is $285 million, so obviously Justin earns an atrocious amount. However, he also knows how to spend it. His $60 million private jet is a good example. He also owns 5 houses and several supercars. Not everything in Justin's life is going well for him. For example, the superstar has had to abandon his world tour because he struggles with Ramsay Hunt syndrome, which causes facial paralysis. He has also had his challenges with drink and drugs. In the meantime, fortunately, Justin is doing much better. Let's hope he is shining on stage again soon. Miley Cyrus, $160 million. Miley Cyrus became world famous in 2006 by shining in the Disney series Hannah Montana. The series continued until 2011, and nice to know is that her father also played in the series. Miley also starred in a couple of movies, such as Sex and the City 2 and a 3D concert film of Justin Bieber. In recent years, she has been gaining popularity, especially in the world of music. She is now considered one of the biggest pop stars with hits such as Flowers, Midnight Sky, and Malibu. All in all, this brought her a net worth of no less than $160 million. The number of houses Miley owns is not as many as those of Cristiano Ronaldo or Justin Bieber, but she surely loves cars. In her garage, for example, there are a McLaren, Maserati, Porsche, Range Rover, Mercedes, Tesla and even many more. Tom Cruise, $600 million. Tom Cruise is one of the best paid and most famous actors in the world. He began his successful career when he was 19 years old. His first really big movie was in 1986. You might have guessed it, this was Top Gun. If people don't know this movie, they probably do know Tom Cruise as the main character of Mission Impossible, from which the 8th movies of it will soon be released. His long-standing quality of acting brings him to the current net worth of $600 million. Although Tom earns about $50 million a year, his wealth is not growing that rapidly. This is because of his expensive style of living. On one hand, he spends a lot on the Church of Scientology, which, by the way, is considered both a dangerous as well as manipulative organization by certain governmental bodies and courts, but he also, for example, already pays $50,000 every week on security for his daughter. He also owns a $38 million private jet, several supercars, huge houses, and has luxurious boats. Lots and lots of boats. Elon Musk. $172 billion. By far the richest person in this video is Elon Musk. Partly because of his companies Tesla and SpaceX, his enormous wealth is set at $172 billion. Originally from South Africa, Elon moved to Canada before the age of 18. After a few physically demanding jobs, the 24-year-old founded his first company, with his brother in 1995, called Zip2. His father invested $28,000, and 4 years later, they sold the company for $307 million. His shares in PayPal didn't hurt him either. When PayPal was acquired by eBay in 2002, it already earned him $165 million. However, when he divorced his first wife in 2008, it cost him so much capital that he literally had to borrow from friends to make ends meet. His management position at Tesla changed that. When Tesla entered the stock market in 2010, he had $2 billion in assets within 2 years. However, as many know, that has increased many times since then. In 2020, he even made $8 billion in one day, as Tesla shares rose a whopping 11%. So Elon brings in a lot of money, but also gives a lot away. It is said that in a few months he gave away more than 11 million in shares to charities. Furthermore, he spends it mostly on beautiful and classic cars. Because of his 120-hour work weeks, he hardly manages to spend his money otherwise.
When I was a kid, I was wondering kind of what's the meaning of life? Like, why are we here? What's it all about? And I came to the conclusion that what really matters is trying to understand the right questions to ask.
Kim Kardashian. $1.2 billion. Kim Kardashian is an American reality television personality. She is also a model, actress, and businesswoman. Kim was already slightly known for being a stylist for her close friend Paris Hilton. In 2006, however, she gained much more attention after the, supposedly intentional, leaked sex tape. Kim gained worldwide attention starting in 2007 when she was featured on television with a reality series about her family. After that, she also starred in several movies and other series. By 2010, she was so well known that she had a mobile app developed about herself. With this app, she earns about $20 million a year up to this day. Kim is known for using her enormous reach, fame, and therefore power, for charities, women's rights and the voiceless. She also donates a lot to charities. Kim has had at least 6 homes in recent years, of which the 2 in Malibu and Chicago have a combined value of $159.5 million. That is just an insane amount of money. Furthermore, she chooses to invest a lot in her businesses, which includes a perfume line, cosmetics, a clothing line, and online apps. However, she probably does not manage to spend all of her fortune, as she has an estimated wealth of $1.2 billion. Michael Jordan. $2 billion. One person who may have a much higher fortune than people think is former basketball player Michael Jordan. His estimated wealth is a whopping $2 billion. Michael is perhaps the most famous NBA basketball player of all time. In addition, he is well known for Nike's Air Jordan sneakers. For every Air Jordan sold, Michael receives 5% of the profits. As the years progressed, more and more sneakers were sold, making Michael almost $1 billion in royalties in the year 2018 to 2022. That's just crazy, right? The money he spends on charities and institutions is also immense. He has also had more than 200 wishes come true for the Make-A-Wish Foundation by donating $5 million. Where he has donated over $30 million to charities in the past, he increases it every year. In 2020, he announced that he would donate $100 million to charities in the coming years. Fortunately, he also had enough money left over to treat himself to an $80 million yacht and a $20 million golf course. Donald Trump. $2.5 billion. One of the most high-profile people in the world in recent years is certainly Donald Trump. In fact, the former president of the United States is currently much in the headlines because of the charges brought against him, including for falsifying business documents. Trump has not always been involved in politics. Although he always struggled in school, he still graduated from it. He then joined his father's company, which dealt in real estate. After working for his father for 3 years, he took over the company and the Trump Organization was created. This became one of the largest conglomerates in the world and has made him outright wealthy. Currently, there are about 500 companies under the organization which are all owned by Donald Trump. Most of the companies are mainly engaged in building hotels, casinos, huge residential complexes, and golf courses. In New York alone, he owns nearly $1 billion in real estate. His enormous net worth of $2.5 billion make him the richest American president ever, by far.
I don't like losers. But Frank, let me get to it. He hit me. He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate.
Tiger Woods. $1.1 billion. By far the most famous, most talked about, and richest golfer of all time is Tiger Woods. Tiger started playing professional golf when he was 21 years young. He is the player with the most PGA Tour wins, and no one achieved the #1 world ranking as quickly as he did it. Actually, his name is not Tiger, but Eldrick Tont. The nickname Tiger was given by his father, all in honor of a Vietnamese friend and colonel. Golf was introduced to Tiger by his father, who was actively involved in this as an amateur. Tiger had an enormous natural talent and became the youngest US junior amateur champion. After that, he would accomplish the same thing at the professional level. Unfortunately, Tiger has not only been positive in the news in recent years. For example, he was in the news for a cheating scandal and he was drinking excessively, which resulted in a serious accident. Woods earned as little as $118 million in his golf career. The rest of his huge income came from sponsorship deals which resulted in a huge fortune of $1.1 trillion. To get rid of some of his money, he owns, for instance, an estate in Florida worth $75 million, a $25 million yacht and a private jet costing $54 million. Thanks for watching this video. Would you give us a like? Let us know what you want to see next.